If you found yourself being hit with waves of sadness as of late, keep watching this video because it's not what you think. Hi, my name is Shannon, and this is Testimony Loading, where I share prophetic messages, dreams, and real life tests that I've overcome as a way to encourage you. If you're still watching this video, this message was meant to find you. And I want you to know that you're not depressed, you're in labor. Now, this is a rather long message. So if you're not able to listen till the end right now, go ahead and stop and bookmark this video and come back once you're able to, because it will only make sense if you listen until the end. Let's get into the message. In 2020, when I was in labor with my youngest daughter, I remember feeling labor pain, even though there was no physical evidence of me being in labor. This was my second pregnancy, so I expected it to go the same way as my first one. When I was pregnant with my first daughter, everything happened in the order most would expect. First, my water broke in my sleep. Did you catch that? My water broke while I was resting, but that's a whole nother word for another day. I woke up because I felt wet, which was the physical evidence that I was in labor. I called my midwife to let her know my water had broken, and then we made our way to the hospital. I got checked in and was taken to my room, and because this was my first childbirth, my midwife called the hospital to have them give me Pitocin to speed up the labor process. She assumed that it would take several hours for me to become fully dilated. However, within 1 hour of receiving the Pitocin, the nurses were putting my baby on my chest. My midwife wasn't even able to make it to the hospital in time for the birth. And when I asked the nurse how long I was in labor for, she said she couldn't even say for sure because it happened so quick. But if she had to guess, 15 minutes. I didn't even have to push. Now, back to my second pregnancy, you know, the one where there was no physical evidence of me being in labor. Now, this was honestly the most painful physical experience of my life. Imagine being in labor and trying to explain to healthcare professionals that you're in labor because you feel all the symptoms, but because they can't see the physical evidence of you being in labor, they tell you you're not and send you home from the hospital. So after being sent home, I tried to take a nap, but the ironic thing about being in labor is that you can't sleep through. The contractions only got stronger once I got home, and within a couple of hours, we were right back in the car, en route to the hospital, but there was still no physical evidence of me being in labor, and my water still hadn't broke. When we made it back to the hospital, y'all, I could barely walk. I got out of the car and I could feel the pressure of my baby's head, literally ready to enter this side of life. I was walking in an active labor.